Hey, it's Sean with IlmoEntertainment.com. I'm here with RJ from Halestorm, and we're kicking off the Stimulate This tour tonight.
Tonight's the first show. Yeah.
Okay. And how'd that tour come about with the bands on it?
Well, I mean, we've known Shinedown for a long time. When we first got signed, one of our first shows was in Summerfest in 2005 with Shinedown. It was just us and Shinedown.
Right.
And from there on, we just kind of hit it off. We just kind of became like, they just kind of became like our big brother band, you know, kind of like we got really close to them. And then we played with Stained at Rockfest in Kansas City in '06 and got to hang out with them. They were just totally cool. And we just met Chevelle actually a couple months ago in Florida. We played with them. And the cool thing is that Chevelle and Shinedown are both on our same management company, and Bill McGathy, and Stained and Shinedown are both on Atlantic Records that we're signed to. So it's like a real like big kind of like family tour. It's pretty cool.
Right. And then you also guys came out with a CD package. I assume you can get the CDs at the show and online.
It's pretty cool how they put that together. They put I guess it's Stained, Shinedown, and Halestorm. And I don't know, is Chevelle on that too?
I think it's just the three.
Just the Atlantic bands, like an Atlantic Records kind of stimulus package. Right. It's great, and that's always kind of been our thing. We've always been about like trying to get the music out there without raping the wallets. You know, we just like. You know, when we first got signed, before our record was even out, we were just selling the full album as a pre-release for like $5 at our shows, and the whole mentality that Atlantic Records has and that we have that we're really like thinking is the best mentality to have at this time is like to take a slow approach, not throw a bunch of money at a single, throw it at the wall, hope it sticks, but like really try to build up a fan base and try to make a band and a corporation like last and a long time and achieve
you guys
big
have
goals.
Definitely done that with a lot of touring.
Yeah,
you've been on the road forever.
A long time.
And I mean, this is a why not a 20-date tour at least, and then more dates after that, I'm sure, right?
Yes, they never stop coming in.
So Halestorm all summer, near you somewhere at some point. So check you out.
Can't wait.
Let's talk a little bit about the band. I know you said it was like family, working band, brother and sister, and then where did Joe and Josh come in, and how'd you find those guys?
Well, Lizzie and I started playing when I was 10 and she was 13. Well, actually, I should say we started playing like when we were like really little. But we started playing, and my dad was a bass player. And when we were 10 and 13, we just kind of decided to like form a band and do it for real and go out and play gigs. My parents would book us, and my dad would play bass, and it was just the three of us for a while. And then we got a couple series of guitar players, but then we finally landed with Joe and Josh in 2003, and through this producer that had mutual friends. And Joe, our guitarist, answered an ad in the paper that we had and came in, and then Josh was in another band, and we just kind of kidnapped him, kind of like stole him from the other band like thieves that we are. But the cool thing is that me, Lizzie, Joe, and Josh all started playing music like at the exact same time, like around the exact same age. So it just took us a while to all find each other. Now we really lucked out with Joe and Josh, and we might as well all be family now. So.
And how did they change your songwriting?
Oh, totally.
Everything. I mean, how did they affect your sound from the time they came into the band in '03? I mean, obviously there was music out.
Yeah. They definitely brought a heavier edge to it. Like Lizzie and I, we've been writing since we could talk. We were like always writing songs together, and it was always kind of like Lizzie was playing keyboard and I was playing drums, and we would just like write all these like pop songs, all these like, and they were rock songs to us back then. We were kids, we were like, oh, that's heavy, yeah, reach out for your friends, and so definitely, and I mean like. We started working with a producer in Philly, and he kind of like honed our songwriting craft. And when you brought in Joe and Josh, Joe had kind of like a '90s background. He listened to Lizzie and I were like classic rock trained. We were like Led Zeppelin, Cream, Vanilla Fudge, Deep Purple, like all this like classic rock. And then Joe brought in this like '90s thing, like cause he listened to like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and all that. And Josh was he was like a jazz trained, like classically trained piano player. Turned into a bass player, and he's like he's got like a really good like music theory knowledge, and he kind of brought the more sophisticated kind of. It's just a crazy mix.
So they really brought a lot in.
Yeah, they definitely did. and they influence me every day. You
Sure.
know? This whole album is like we definitely stuck to our roots a lot with this album, but there's like a real kind of like modern twist to it, like because it's something fresh and new, kind of like our album artwork was really well designed.
Yeah, very unique.
Because it's like the whole theme is like thinking of the future, but like with old materials like rusty pipes, steampunk kind of thing. Like, because that's basically what we do. We stick to our roots, but we're always trying to think ahead. But I mean, the whole album kind of has this empowerment theme, this whole like female empowerment theme, and that all kind of ties into like something that's fresh and new, but still classic rock sounding.
Right.
I don't know.
So, I mean, Get It Off, obviously, congratulations.
Thanks.
Huge hit, you know. What's the next song do you think that's going to blow up on that new album? And, or what song do you think is going to take off next?
There's a couple in the works. We're not sure quite yet.
It rocks front to back.
I kind of like.
Yeah, you know.
I'd kind of like to put out "It's Not You" for a second single. "I Get Off" is just like, it's been a total fluke. I didn't even know that was going to be where it is right now. I was like,
right.
It was just a cool, down and dirty song. We're like, why not? Let's put that out first and see what happens, see if it bites. And then it's like, and everybody's like, and you know, learning that, you know, radio and the whole music industry is kind of a male-dominated industry. And when you've got a good-looking female singing "I Get Off," it's like, you know, it's bound to make an impact. So,
hello.
Yeah, I mean that definitely helps. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to like conquer rock before we, because there's a lot of pop crossover songs in there too. Like "Bet You Wish You Had Me Back" is like just, I mean, it's everybody at the label is like, you know, that's a really good song. We'd like to put that out. So I'm hoping like we'll be able to conquer as many different areas as we can, you know, and just try to get the name Halestorm out there and be able to play in front of more people, you know. Yeah. You know the drum circle thing, right? Yeah.
Yep, you gotta have that beat.
Yeah, we can't not do that anymore. We get angry letters if we don't do that. Like, we started doing it because we wanted to stretch, because we were doing hometown shows, headline shows for like 2 or 3 hours, and we would do like acoustic sets, and we would do this long drum solo, but I didn't like doing regular drum solos because it's like, you know, hey, look at me, I'm drumming for a long time, I'm amazing, you know. I was like, I wanted it to be like a full band kind of drum solo and give Lizzie like, you know, a break for a vocal.
Sure, yeah.
So I was just like, you know, why don't we get the whole band there? And I got like 4 drums together, and we put it out in the front of the stage, and we're just like, all right, what do we do now? Because like, luckily Joe and Josh were also in drumline as well as I was in school. We kind of taught Lizzie how to play, and we just started doing it. And then when we started going on tour, doing like 30-minute sets, we would like, oh, we don't need to do that, let's do more songs or whatever. And then we would just get angry messages on MySpace like, where's the drum circle? I brought my kid to see the drum circle, it's a cool thing. And it's just a cool thing to get the audience involved without, they don't have to learn any words or anything. It's very primal, very tribal, and the crowd goes nuts. And so now we just have to do it every show.
Thank you, RJ.
Hey, thanks a lot, Sean.
Halestorm, out on the road this summer, and check them out.
Come to a town near you. Come out. Yeah.